Have you ever considered how dietary fiber affects your gut health? Dietary fiber, the unsung hero of our daily meals, is widely appreciated for its benefits to our overall health. It aids in digestion, helps maintain a healthy weight, and even contributes to heart health. One particular type of fiber, known as inulin, has been gaining popularity for its potential health benefits. It's found in a variety of plant foods like garlic, leeks, and sunchokes, and is also a common ingredient in fiber supplements and foods with added fiber. We've long believed that gut microbes transform inulin and other dietary fibers into short-chain fatty acids that switch on immune cells called regulatory T cells. These cells are known to help reduce inflammation and have other beneficial effects throughout the body. This understanding has fueled a significant rise in the use of dietary fiber as an additive in both our food and supplements. But what if the effects of inulin on our gut are not as beneficial as we thought? In a surprising turn of events, a study by Weill Cornell medicine investigators suggests otherwise. Let's dive into the unexpected discovery that's causing a stir in the health world. The study, published in the Journal of Experimental Medicine, uncovers a startling revelation about inulin, a type of fiber found in foods such as garlic, leeks, and the sunchoke. This fiber, also present in many supplements and added to various foods, has been found to cause inflammation in the gut and exacerbate inflammatory bowel disease in a preclinical model. Here's what happens. Inulin stimulates microbes in the gut, prompting them to release bile acids. These bile acids, in turn, boost the production of molecules that promote intestinal inflammation. It's like igniting a tiny spark that turns into a full-blown fire, causing discomfort and potential harm to the gut. But the plot thickens. A particular protein, named IL-33, comes into play. This protein activates immune cells called Group 2 innate lymphoid cells, or ILC2S. These cells, once activated, trigger an excessive immune response, something akin to an allergic reaction. This overreaction, this over-the-top immune response, exacerbates intestinal damage and symptoms in an animal model of inflammatory bowel disease. In the past, dietary fiber, including inulin, has been hailed as an essential part of a healthy diet. Gut microbes turn inulin and other types of dietary fiber into short-chain fatty acids that activate immune cells called regulatory T cells. These T cells help reduce inflammation and have other beneficial effects throughout the body, which led to a rise in the use of dietary fiber as an additive in both foods and supplements. But this study paints a different picture. Inulin is now everywhere, from clinical trials to prebiotic sodas, says lead author Mohammed Arafuzzaman, a postdoctoral associate at Weill Cornell Medicine. With this widespread use of inulin, the team expected that inulin would have protective effects in inflammatory bowel disease. But their findings were quite the opposite. This discovery turns our understanding of inulin on its head. Let's delve deeper into what exactly is happening in the gut. Picture this. You're enjoying a plant-based meal, rich in inulin, a type of dietary fiber found in foods like garlic and leeks. Seems healthy, right? Well, the story in your gut tells a different tale. This inulin is stimulating microbes in your gut to release bile acids. These acids then kickstart a production line for molecules that promote inflammation within your intestines. One key player in this process is a protein called IL-33. Now, IL-33 is not your everyday protein. It's a bit of a troublemaker. When activated, it causes immune cells known as Group 2 innate lymphoid cells, or ILC2S, to swing into action. This action, however, is not quite the superhero kind. It's more like an overzealous immune response, akin to an allergic reaction. This excessive response then exacerbates the damage to the intestine and ramps up the symptoms. But the story doesn't end here. In response to these changes, the immune system calls in reinforcements. It promotes the production of more immune cells, this time called eosinophils. Now, eosinophils are generally good guys, helping us defend against parasite infections. But in this case, they seem to have misunderstood the memo. Instead of helping, these eosinophils ramp up inflammation and tissue damage. So we have a bit of a problem. What started as a seemingly healthy meal has now triggered a chain reaction in the gut. This chain reaction involves the activation of immune cells and the production of inflammation-promoting molecules, all leading to increased damage to the intestines. This, my friends, is the protein problem, a problem that seems to be exacerbated by the consumption of inulin. So this chain reaction triggered by inulin can lead to exacerbated intestinal inflammation and other symptoms. as we move on, we'll see that this problem isn't limited to the realm of mice. It's very much a human problem too. Inulin, it seems, is a double-edged sword. When we think of dietary fiber, many of us picture a substance that aids digestion, helps us feel full, and is good for our overall gut health. Inulin, a type of fiber found in garlic, leeks, sunchoke, and even in fiber supplements, is no exception. In a healthy gut, microbes break down inulin and other dietary fibers into short-chain fatty acids. These fatty acids then go on to activate immune cells known as regulatory T cells. These regulatory T cells are the body's peacekeepers. They help reduce inflammation and have a host of beneficial effects throughout our bodies, making us feel better and keeping us healthy. This process has led to a significant rise in the use of dietary fiber as an additive in both food and supplements. In fact, purified inulin or inulin-rich chicory root is often the main source of the fiber in these products. But here's where the plot thickens. This beneficial process of inulin conversion to short-chain fatty acids, it turns out, is not the whole story. In the context of inflammatory bowel disease, inulin behaves quite differently. Instead of reducing inflammation, inulin stimulates microbes in the gut to release bile acids. These bile acids, in turn, increase the production of molecules that promote intestinal inflammation. One such protein, Illinois 33, activates immune cells called group 2 innate lymphoid cells, triggering an excessive immune response similar to an allergic reaction. This excessive immune response exacerbates intestinal damage and symptoms in inflammatory bowel disease. In essence, what's happening is that inulin is causing the immune system to turn against itself, resulting in inflammation and damage. It's like a Trojan horse, seemingly beneficial but causing havoc once inside the body, specifically in the case of those suffering from inflammatory bowel disease. This makes us question the widespread use of inulin as a dietary fiber additive. Is it really as beneficial as we once thought? Or could it be causing more harm than good in some people? As with many things in health and nutrition, the answer is likely not black and white, but a shade of gray. But what about us humans? How does inulin affect people with inflammatory bowel disease? Well, the research doesn't stop at mice. The same team of investigators from Weill Cornell Medicine also conducted translational patient-based studies. They analyzed human tissue, blood, and stool samples. And these samples were not just from anyone, but from patients suffering from inflammatory bowel disease. They were collected from the Jill Roberts Institute for Research in Inflammatory Bowel Disease Live Cell Bank. The findings? Quite enlightening. The investigation revealed that patients with inflammatory bowel disease, much like the mice fed inulin, had higher levels of bile acids in their blood and stool. Remember those bile acids? They are the ones that stimulate the production of molecules promoting intestinal inflammation. But it doesn't stop there. The analysis uncovered another intriguing similarity with the mice. The patients were found to have excessive levels of eosinophils in their intestines. These are the very immune cells that escalate inflammation and tissue damage. It appears that the cascade of inflammation, similar to that in the mice-fed inulin, is already primed in humans with inflammatory bowel disease. This suggests that the dietary uptake of inulin could potentially exacerbate their condition. And so, we find ourselves questioning what we once thought we knew about inulin. This fiber, found in an array of foods from garlic to leeks, and even added to fiber supplements, has been hailed for its health benefits. However, this recent research indicates that it might not be as gut-friendly as we once believed. It's a classic case of how something that's beneficial for many can be harmful for some. It underscores the importance of personalized nutrition and understanding how individual bodies can respond differently to the same dietary components. So the next time you reach for that fiber supplement or munch on that garlic clove, remember, knowledge is power. It seems that inulin might not be as gut-friendly as we once thought. This unexpected discovery about inulin and gut health has significant implications. The study's findings suggest that inulin, a common type of fiber found in certain plant-based foods and fiber supplements, may actually exacerbate inflammatory bowel disease. This contradicts the long-held belief that dietary fiber, including inulin, is universally beneficial for gut health. Instead, it appears that our gut's reaction to inulin can trigger an inflammatory response, leading to increased intestinal damage and symptoms in those with inflammatory bowel disease. These findings could lead to a reevaluation of dietary recommendations, particularly for those living with inflammatory bowel disease. but they also highlight the potential for therapeutic diets that could help ease symptoms and promote gut health. They could even pave the way for new treatments that target these inflammatory pathways. The journey to understanding our gut health continues, and it's clear that we still have much to learn.